Toastmasters and very welcome guests. You probably know that the most important thing that people will remember from your speech is what they see. Yes? Well, what I'm going to do tonight is to explain a little bit more about body language and how you can use body language to help you evolve your good speech into a great speech. Now, I've simplified this because I've developed a little acronym called MORE, and I'm going to explain each of the 4 parts of that as I go through. M stands for meaningful. There's no good having body language that is not congruent with what you're saying. So please do not talk about the tiny problem, or even the big one. Don't talk about 2 key points. It will just confuse the audience. So my suggestion is, for meaningful body language, is talk about the 4 points that you're going to make, as I am. The first point, the second point, do this right, the third point, and the 4th point. But make sure that whatever you're going to be doing with your body, with your face, with your feet and your legs, fits with what you are actually saying. O. O stands for open. Now, one of the things that you often find when people talk and they stand at the front here is that they're not terribly open. Quite often it's because people are nervous. And what they really want to do is hide behind the audience. The audience is still here. Ooh. And they get all closed up. And they start doing things like this, which is, calm down, dear, it's only a speech. When open body language is things like open hands. And it can be very effective because what it does is it invites the audience in to what you're saying. It makes them feel like they're part of what you're explaining to them and what you're telling them. Another element of open body language is your face. You've probably seen people who come up here, especially people who have notes because they're really worried, and what they don't do is smile. Now, don't go mad. I have seen speakers who kind of go, that doesn't work. What you want to do is smile. Now, I'm going to talk about eye contact in a minute, but one of the important things about a smile is that if you, the speaker, smile, then so does the audience. And I can see some of you smiling, even some of you at the back, smiling as I smile. R stands for relaxed. Now, a lot of speakers, when they first start speaking, they get quite tense when they're up here and they start doing things like this. This is closed body language again. And they do things like this. Now, if you're a guy, this is probably not a good thing to do, because where will everybody in the audience's attention be drawn? Not where you want it to be. The other thing that I find a lot of non-relaxed or nervous speakers do is they put their hands together. Really, quite often when you're not very relaxed, you don't really know quite what to do with your hands. This is the bless you children, particularly appropriate in a church. Bless you children, you are my children. I'm praying that this will all be over very soon. Have you felt like that? What you can do to relax is when you first come up here, is take a deep breath. Wait for the audience to settle down and give you their attention. And then, if necessary, put your hands to your sides. Now, I also noticed that other nervous speakers start to do things like this. You must have seen them. And I don't know about you, but I feel unsteady and not very confident. You're probably looking at me thinking, oh, she's going to fall over any minute. When what you can do instead is just put your feet shoulder width apart and relax. Put your hands down to your side and relax. And then you'll find that some of the body language will come naturally to you. Now, some people, I used to be one of them, and they get nervous, they do this. They march up and down. That's that the way out. It's going to be out there somewhere. I'm sure I'm going to finish soon. And what you can do instead is select different parts of the stage to signify different parts of your speech. So this could be the future. This could be the present. Perhaps this could be the past. Or if you're describing a conversation, this could be one person on this side, and the reply could come from the person on this side. And suddenly you will look as if you are in control. And in fact, you'll have evolved to being in control from being unrelaxed. Now, the fourth thing I want to mention from Moore is eye contact. Now, I know this used to be a problem for me, and I would actually look at the ceiling, or I'd look anywhere but at the people in the audience. Now, one of the things about making eye contact with people is that it starts to create a connection. If you're not sure about who to make eye contact with first, just make eye contact with someone who's smiling. I can see someone smiling there. That's a good start, because it has a halo effect. But one of the things I find now with watching speeches is that when people look at the ceiling, I want to jump up and down and go, hey, I'm over here, you can look at me. Because they obviously can't see me. So make eye contact with people just for a few seconds or fractions of a second. Don't kind of stare at them, because that's kind of weird, isn't it? I can see some of you, if I stare at you, you're going to think that. So remember, if you want to be an awesome Toastmaster with great body language and be remembered, remember more. Thank you.